Happy Friday, happy Friday. Blessings to everybody. Love, light, and healing. I am out this morning for an appointment and the wind is blowing. It is absolutely wonderful out here. Just tapping in, receiving my downloads for this week. All right, so let's talk about how to move forward, the things that are going on in the world today. Um, I can tell you that they are total distractions. Do you hear me? They are total distractions. From the murders to, the political stuff, to every day it's bad food, then the next day it's not bad food and they got it wrong, or the next day it's bad medicine. Everything is a distraction right now. And let me tell you what the distraction is. The distraction is to keep you from becoming one with the God that is on the inside of you. That is the whole entire mission. If you conquer that, everything else falls into place. So let's do a mental check. Is a spouse or the boyfriend acting up? May not even necessarily be cheating, just could be pushing your buttons just to irritate you. Are people at work irritating you? Health issues irritating you. Your doctor, you're trying to explain one thing and they're not receiving that. They're trying to get you on new medication or to get you to believe what they want you to believe, and you're trying to tell them what's going on with you and they're just simply not listening. Are people pulling in front of you, or you pulling behind them and they're just going so slow? Anything, pay attention, anything just to get a reaction from you. Those are what you call distractions, and not a good reaction, a negative reaction. So anything that's going on in your life that is pulling you to get a negative reaction, those are your distractions. I would write them down and assign a solution to each one. So what can you do with the spouse? What can you do? One thing I'm going to say is to speak peace all around you. Close your eyes and see yourself, inside of a bubble of love, a bubble of golden healing light, and just see yourself protected. It is so important that when you get up in the morning that you start your day and put you first. And by putting you first in the morning means taking time to sit down. You can call it prayer, you can call it meditation, but it's just sitting down, being quiet, no music, nothing negative going on, right? Just you sitting in your personal space, and in your personal space there's just quietness, right? So that is the best way to start. We won't cover everything today. I'll just say that right there will get you, it'll get you started, especially with all of the things that happened on Lionsgate. Whether you believe it, you don't believe, fortunately you're still affected. So you can say, hey, I'm this, I'm that, and I don't believe in that. No, your moons change and they affect your body, they affect your mood. So this is the perfect time to just channel into what you want and where you see yourself in the next, in the next 6 months, really, the next 3 months, the next 6 months. Where do you see yourself? What do you want for yourself? Write that goal down and look at it, and see yourself as Naval Goddard and Abdullah says. Don't see yourself in future tense. See yourself in the now. So don't say, I'm going to. I did. I'm here now. I want to go back to school. No, I'm in school. You have to vision yourself into the now, what you see, what you're wanting, what you desire. Because pay attention, even people that are negative people, they manifest in their lives negativity all the time. Everywhere I go, trouble follows me. Yeah, that's because you believe it and you say it, so you manifest it. You have more power than you know. that is on the inside of you. And that's what the distractions is for. Some of you guys, I'm hearing it's the parenting thing that is driving you crazy. The young child or the teenager. That teenager is not being the ideal teenager, and a lot of the influences are coming from teachers, from school. You'd be surprised. You can take a child that's been homeschooled and send that child to public school, and in less than 2 or 3 weeks you have a whole new different child that all of a sudden seems to dislike you for some reason. I went through that. Closing doors and not communicating and want to go into their room. Unfortunately, if you know me, I don't put up with that. We don't close no doors because I would take the door off the hinges. So we don't tolerate that. I don't tolerate that behavior. But what I will say is I'm hearing a lot of the parents are going through a lot of different things. And with those things, life keeps you so busy, so you didn't have time to be that parent that was watching your child or instilling certain things in your child. And unfortunately, this world is set up that you spit the kids out, but they control the kids. It's so sad that half teachers have more power over the kids than the parent does. And it's not because the parent is lazy or the parent is not parenting, as they say, right? Parenting. It is more so because it is designed that way. It is designed that you stay so busy, you cannot think how to parent. You come home. I explained this to a family member the other day. I said, let's say you work a 9 to 5. And that 9 to 5, you have to be at work at 9, right? So let's say you live in an area where it takes you 45 minutes to get to work. So really, you're having to be there at 8:45, 8:40, right? If you have children that you have to see off in the morning, and let's say you're a single parent or you are a 2-parent home and one parent works overnight or one parent leaves earlier, you literally have to be honest with yourself and say, I can't get up at 8:40. I need to get up at 6:40 or at 5:40. And then when you come home from work, you may get off at 5, but by the time you get out of traffic, you're not getting to your side of town to 5:45, 6 o'clock. A lot of parents have to go pick up their babies from daycare center, from after school programs. And so if you look at your time schedule, you really don't work from 9 to 5. Let's just say your work starts at 6. And then by the time you pick that child up, get home, get dinner, do homework, do any of those things, it's about maybe 7 o'clock before you can even put in family time. Where's the time for your spouse? Where's the time for you to unwind? From 6 a.m. to, let's say, 7 p.m., now that's your work time because you had to drive home, you had to drive to work, the whole discombobulation of it all, right? And then you get to the part where, okay, now it's time to have family time. What family time? You got to get back up at 6 o'clock in the morning, get started all over again. You're trying to squeeze things in. Most jobs now, you may work 9 to 5, but they require either some one weekend day or they may require mandatory overtime. But life is not set up. Your government has not set up for you to have personal time nor family time. But we want you to keep pushing out these babies. That's why we did all these laws and we really control your body. If that is you, I am hearing to tell you to breathe. Sit down, quiet space, start with 10 minutes and just breathe 3 times a day. You'll get the answers that you're needing. A lot of you are not even supposed to be on 9 to 5s. A lot of you are supposed to be doing other things. Or if you're on the 9 to 5, it's supposed to be a gateway to what you're really called to do. Breathe in. Breathe in. I had an appointment this morning. I was 10 minutes late to the appointment. First time, got lost. And normally, if you have an appointment, this particular place gives you a 10-minute grace period. It was a medical appointment. And so they said, no, your grace period is before your appointment time. Make that make sense. And I was supposed to go in there, rah, let me press my way. And normally when I do that, they'll give me, oh, okay, well, you can stand by and wait, and then they'll get you seen. I didn't feel led to do that. This is a different time zone. And when you are hitting a wall, 9 times out of 10, you're not supposed to go through that door. 9 times out of 10, there is something that you are bumping up against. And I'm not talking about 2 or 3 years ago where you had to fight for things. This is a different season now. When you're hitting a wall, it's a reason why. I've had so many problems with this particular place of them calling me back, canceling appointments to tell me, hey, change your PCP. We've changed the PCP 5 times and I still don't have an appointment. Now, today was me, 10 minutes late. However, it's something with this company. So I'm going to switch. Second example, I'm trying to fix a room. Can't fix the room. I go in the room and I'm sitting there and saying, okay, how do I want to decorate this room? How do I want to make this room be of service to me? And I couldn't get past anything in the room. And it was because I had things in the room that I wasn't willing to let go of. They no longer serve me. And I'm like, okay, well, this is, and I'll give you an example. This is a 9 cube organizer, and I can't find small boxes to fit each cube. I guess I'll just go make some boxes, and that's fine, but that's not what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to let it go. It no longer serves me. It's out of place. It's not fulfilling the needs that I need. I need a certain size, and it's not that size. I went in, instead of getting something that was new, I got something that was secondhand. And someone was like, okay, well, my, we shop Marketplace. My grandmother, this was close to her. And I just want to make sure I'm putting it into the right hand. And I was like, oh, and I was like, I'll keep this forever because it works. It's good. It's perfect. But my spirit was saying, okay, this has served its purpose. Let it go. Some things that you are bumping up against in life and you're trying to force it, because normally when you force it, we're so used to being what do you call that, warriors, right? That we're still in that season, but in that season, this is not that season. In that season, this is not that season. The things that are supposed to come to you right now, they glide. And when they don't glide, it's time to stop and say, what am I not seeing? Show me what I'm not seeing, because I'm not getting it. And I promise you'll get your answer. You'll see what you're supposed. I didn't even put on any makeup this morning. I was like, okay, I'm just going and I'm going to make this appointment, and then I'm going to do what I needed to do. And I'll go back home, and get my day and stuff started. So I was really trying to be diligent, but it wasn't meant for me to make this appointment. I knew the person that I was going to see, I could already feel it wasn't going to be a fit. And I had steady been trying to push and go against the grain and give them a second chance and third chance. We changed this PCP 5 times and still it kept reverting back to an old PCP. So that's no longer with the company, and the whole building is closed down. Make that make sense. So saying all of that, wrapping that all up, saying, hey, this is the time to take time for yourself. Take 10 minutes, 3 times a day. Start 3 times a day, sitting down, being quiet. And then go into your prayer, or into your affirmations, or into whatever you normally do. Second thing I'm hearing, this is a time to fast. Some people are doing the Edgar Cayce fast, where they are doing an apple fast. And apples, give you those probiotics. Hey, we're switching seasons. It's so much stuff coming out here. They are trying to get you to where you are in a fear algorithm. And what I'm going to do is talk about fear another time. If it's meant to be, I'll get that video out. I really want to talk to you about how fear is being used against you, and how you have got to step away from the drama. Somebody is going to go through something always, but when you're scrolling, you're taking on that energy. And I'm speaking for myself. I have to stop scrolling. I had to turn some things off. If that's fasting the TV, if that's fasting, from people that do no longer serve you. This person was my best friend, but lately we've been bumping heads. Remember, I taught you about that bumping heads. That wall that's there is there for a reason. It's time to let that go. And it may be temporary or it may be permanent. But if you're wanting to move forward in life, I think I better let it go. Let it go. Looks like another. You know what? Okay. We want new movement. We want to move forward. We want to be blessed. We want to know that our lives are not stagnant. And I'm telling you this, I'm sharing this with you today so you can pull out of that stagnant pattern that life has presented for you. So hopefully this has been helpful. I love you. We are made of love. If love is not your foundation, then that could be the reason why you are struggling, because you have got to have agape love, not black love, white love, purple. No, you've got to have agape love. And agape love, ooh, that's another beast, because agape love says you love unconditionally. Agape love says, okay, whether they're wrong or right, you still have to love both sides of the person, the victim and the person that did the crime or did the act. You gotta love both of them equally the same. And baby, that right there, that takes some woosah, woosah. That takes some extra air, some extra willpower. So hey, have a wonderful weekend. Get out, go to the water, go to the beach, go to the place. Like right now, I just walked outside the building. I was like, I'm gonna get this I'm just gonna step outside of this wall that I've been hitting for the past 5 weeks, and walked outside. It is so, like, the wind is blowing today. It's so nice. So with that being said, take care of yourself, one step at a time, 10 minutes 3 times a day. Sit in quietness and just listen and let the God in you speak to you. Bye.